But that's exactly what was going on during this congressional hearing where they were grilling the now takeover CEO of FTX, right?
John Ray III.
Yeah, that sounds like an SEC-esque process, right? So obviously the SEC dropped the ball bigly in regulating these markets, right? And that's what the takeaway of all this is, right? Like, who is responsible for this?
Yeah.
Some government or agency should have literally done this.
Yeah.
Or
but are they supposed to proactively go after and investigate companies and say, hey,
I think so.
Hey, Coinbase, you're doing a great job. Let's look at your books, make sure everything's all spiffy.
Yeah, like is that quarterly audits or something?
Yeah, is that something that is reasonable?
Maybe a company at that scale, right?
Yeah, maybe there should be some sort of threshold. If you reach $1 billion in revenue, it's okay.
All right, now you guys are quarterly. We're coming every single quarter.
Yeah.
Make sure your ship is still sturdy.
So now let's all agree is that's what should happen.
Yeah.
Now that's for the U.S. only. So guess where companies are going to spin up their entities?
The Bahamas. I guess. Yeah. Of course.
But yeah, I guess. But if you think about it, $1 billion is pretty high threshold for any startup to kind of think about. It's if we were to start a company and we were to say, hey, if we start in the United States and the threat is that after reaching $1 billion, we would get investigated and make sure everything's spiffy, would you have a problem with that?
No.
No, I wouldn't either.
No, I was just okay, we got to this
it's we did it.
This Uber Chad status.
Yeah.
It's time to hire a bunch of pros.
Yeah.
To and because we're anticipating this threshold, right? So let's get everybody organized and ready to basically take all the things that was missing from FTX, essentially.
Yeah, you guys are thinking way too logically, dude. They didn't have an accounting. They didn't have
That's
an
what
account.
I'm saying.
They didn't even know they had $1 billion.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Okay.
Joke's on you, they didn't have $1 billion. It was somewhere else.
Yeah.
Let's see what Mr. Wonderful thinks about all this.
All right. Here, we're going to show Mr. Wonderful talking to Congress about SBF and CZ. So here we go.
Why do you believe FTX failed?
I have an opinion. I don't have the records. Here it is. These two behemoths that own the unregulated market together and grew these incredible businesses in terms of growth were at war with each other. And one put the other out of business intentionally. Now, maybe there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe there's nothing wrong with love and war. But Binance is a massive, unregulated global monopoly now. They put FTX out of business.
There it is.
Shit, dude.
That's such a bad take. It's unbelievable.
But it's a bad take, but it's also
it is.
It's a great juicer, dude.
He's right. He's right. But
yeah.
CZ did not take FTX down.
Well, he
was a catalyst, maybe, but it wasn't the reason that FTX is out of business.
No,
that's
of course
ridiculous.
not. No, it's not because CZ and Binance initiated the collapse.
Yeah,
they architected.
Yeah,
the public awareness to all this, and therefore all the following fallout results. Doesn't mean okay, now we forget FTX's wrongdoings. That's not what he's saying. All he's saying is okay, FTX was a debacle. It was a shit show, total shit show.
Uh-huh.
Binance and CZ were aware of that, and they capitalized on that, and they nuked them.
Yeah,
intentionally. And then, but now it's guess what?
Had FTX and SBF not committed fraud, they'd still be around.
Understood, and I think he gets that too. But now he's just kind of trying to redirect everyone's attention at Binance. What's
okay?
Which I'm fully You know what? I'm conflicted, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Because I know what's at stake. Because Binance is so big now. I've never trusted them as an organization, because of their early practices and stuff like that. But you could say that about a lot of crypto industries. And Binance has done a lot, right?
Yeah.
They've onboarded a huge, massive community, international community. They're the backbone to the retail.
But does it make sense that they're the backbone based off of, I guess that's how our entire country exists, right? 400 years of slavery. and now we're here, right?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Because think about this. Think about this.
What?
Now you're saying that Binance did a lot, but it's on the backs of like
potential fraud or money laundering on the back end. Yeah, the whole Justice Department. Like, I guess they don't have enough evidence of these things.
Right.
Just like I don't. Right. But I have my suspicions, my hunch.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, man. Like, CZE's coming out. He's too public. He's too confident. He's too like, I'm untouchable. I'm the savior to this whole damn show.
Yeah.
You know, worship me type attitude. To me, that's the signals of huge. I like the Brian Armstrong approach. You know, just kind of be quiet.
Yeah.
He said a couple things here and there, but I don't think. You know what? He actually did kind of come out with that same like, I'm godlike response.
Now's the time to remember that Coinbase is not like everyone else.
Yeah, he put out like a whole.
But he's confident. This dude, there's the difference between the confidence of CZ and the confidence of Brian. Brian's been around since like 2011, 2012 with Coinbase.
Yeah.
CZ built Binance in 2017.
Well, and Coinbase actually is heavily regulated, right? Because
and is heavily
it's a public
regulated.
company, so they went through all those channels already.
Binance is not.
Has not.
Right.
And they are 10 times the size of Coinbase from like a voluminous, whatever perspective.
Voluminous, yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking massive. They are, like I said, it's the backbone of everything crypto has built over the last 5 years.
But I feel like even if Binance collapses, it's going to take down the entire market significantly. 50% easy, but doesn't mean anything. Binance is just an exchange. It's not like...
Well, agreed. Like, I got into these markets before Binance even existed. So there was already positive momentum. There was communities forming new technologies. Ethereum was like scaling and dApps were coming about. But then Binance enters the scene. All of a sudden, it kind of like, I don't know. It just like organized the whole market and just, it brought everybody, it brought like a sense of legitimacy in a way. Just, I don't know.
Interesting.
Only from like a retail's perspective, right? Because before that, like all the exchanges that existed felt so weird and like non-trustworthy.
Yeah.
Just purely off the interface experience, right?
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit! Like this feels like somebody coded this like in their basement, and they probably did. Most of them probably did.
Yeah, and you had like 10 pop-ups every time you got on there.
Yeah, like it just felt so dangerous, right? And you don't want to give up your personal information to something like that.
Yeah.
But then Binance comes around and feels a little more professional, right? Yeah. Like a higher grade, a higher quality product.
See, now I'm questioning whether or not you can have such a company like Binance be as big as they are with regulation. Right? If Binance was fully regulated, is there a chance that it wouldn't be as big as they are?
You mean like if they had to go through regulatory hoops from the get-go?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could. It just would have been probably more difficult.
Or slower.
Yeah. Well, difficulty implies it's going to take longer for them to establish such insane market dominance, dude. They took over the market so quick.
Yeah, they did.